watching Glassbox Studios Horrorthon, and today we're talking about Dog Soldiers. If you've never heard of Dog Soldiers, well, it's not bad, but it's not particularly amazing either. Solid is the best way to describe it. It's a movie about the deeply complex concept of werewolves versus soldiers. It's as if writer-director Neil Marshall woke up after a dream and said, what would happen if Miss Red Riding Hood had an M16, 3 hand grenades, an RPG, and several strapping men? Well, we have our answer, Dog Soldiers. Now, on to the more serious stuff. Warning, spoilers are ahead. The movie is action-packed and a lot of fun, and has some extremely good dialogue. Really, it's Goldilocks meets the big bad wolf. Overall, it's a well-rounded film, and my personal favorite werewolf film, even with its flaws. The opening scene isn't the greatest. Like the rest of the film, it lacks suspense. It's basically two campers who end up being werewolf fodder. You know they really don't stand a chance, and there really isn't a good build-up for it. In the next scene, we introduce two main characters, Private Cooper, played by Kevin McKidd, and Captain Ryan, played by Liam Cunningham. Both actors fit their respective roles, and they both have a good performance in the movie. The two are part of a triangle of good and evil. Private Cooper is an everyman, in that he aspires more for himself, but he limits himself based on his values. Whereas Captain Ryan is quite the opposite. He's a man willing to sacrifice everything and anything to get the job done. The third corner of our triangle is Sergeant Wells, played by Sean Pertwee. He's really a man more out to sacrifice himself for the good of others. It's almost like id, ego, and superego. Captain Ryan being id, Private Cooper being ego, and Sergeant Wells being superego. You could also say these two men are possible mentors or guidance figures for Cooper, each man having a different outlook on life. The movie has several other good characters, but I'm opting not to go into detail about them. The movie progresses as your standard training exercise gone wrong. At the beginning of the exercise, we are fed an excellent backstory for Sergeant Wells. It really sets the mood for the film. Not long into their training exercise, they find the opposing team completely butchered except for one surviving member. They learn that not only is the mission fixed,
I also found this. It's attached inside, not part of the radar. Looks like a transmitter.
Why would they put a bug in our radio?
but they're also being hunted
by huge fucking howling things, that's what!
From here a chase ensues, one of werewolf and man.
Right! To your rear!
One death here really bothers me though. This guy Bruce runs into a tree branch, impaling himself about 1.5 feet deep into the branch. Now I'm not a scientist, but I would think he would need to fall off a building to generate that kind of force. So they escape the wolves via this truck and this girl, whose motives are really confusing, and more on that later. Our soldiers then arrive at this little cottage where the bulk of the film takes place, and for the rest of the night they tough it out. Eventually secrets are revealed, soldiers die, and a movie takes place. Later it's revealed that Megan is a werewolf and has let the ferocious beasties in.
Look! A werewolf.
Let me see. That's definitely a werewolf.
Wait, whoa. Remember I said her story was confusing? Well, she seems to be playing both sides of the coin, helping both the werewolves and the humans. She tells us she thought Cooper could save her and get her out of this family. So there are two problems here. One, if Cooper was able to rescue her, what's he gonna do? Take her to the city and feed her hobos?
You're wondering, like, if you could, like, bite us?
Yeah, me too.
You got $1?
We have gum.
Like me gum.
Ow. You don't have to go crazy.
Ow. Okay.
Two, if she wanted to be saved, why did she set up so many of the deaths in this movie? She causes a ton of problems for the soldiers. That seems just like kind of bad writing or bad editing. Now the final segment of our movie is a chase scene. The soldiers run from room to room trying to escape the werewolves. If the soldiers ever get cornered, well, they cut a hole in the wall, or in the floor, or whatever they need to. Maybe a shiver room. During all this running, one soldier, Spoon, has a fisticuff battle with a werewolf. It's both epic and hilarious. So the movie eventually ends with one soldier surviving. He does make it back home, but no one believes him. Let's talk about the effects for a moment. Most, if not all, of this movie is good old-fashioned makeup, masks, and robotics. The werewolf heads contained up to 24 servos for varying degrees of expression. Also, look how they made the legs. These shoes look so painful, and apparently they were. Some of the actors complained of discomfort and cramps. They were wearing these from 4 to 5 hours at a time. So let's summarize. Dog Soldiers is a solid movie with great action, but it does make you yearn for suspense and downtime. The movie is too obvious. You see the twist coming from far away. Overall, I give this movie a very solid 7.8 out of 10. Go check it out. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please hit the like button and subscribe. It can really help my channel. Thanks, guys.